This is DRF Race of the Day. Happy Thanksgiving Day, everybody. Dan Illman along with Mike Beer, and the Thanksgiving Day DRF Race of the Day is race number 6 at Del Mar. We're going to throw up the field for the red carpet. It's a grade 3. We're going 1 3/8 on the turf. Only a field of 5, 4 to 5 favorite on the morning lines, the number 2 Luck, dropping out of a grade 1 placing in the Rodeo Drive. You can play the Del Mar Thanksgiving Day card with DRF Bets, and you can download free past performances for the red carpet on the Race of the Day event page at DRF.com. Mike, short field and no pace whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, that's a maybe a pretty big question as far as the morning line favorite's concerned, because she's not exactly a speed. There's really no pace in this race, though. Still, it feels like Luck is supposed to be very hard to beat based on her last race.
We're going to take a look at the Timeform US pace projector. You'll see the rare gray bar, no speed whatsoever. And when England's Rose is on the lead, you know there's no speed, because England's Rose is a horse that's very, very solid, but has never been on the early lead in her life or has ever been close to it. I would think that maybe the 3 Neige Blanche, who was forward last time out in the Rodeo Drive, maybe she'll try to take up the running here.
I sort of looked at it that way, but I guess I wouldn't be surprised by anybody on the front here.
Now, remember, friends, England's Rose is her expected pace setter. We're going to go back to her most recent race, the swing time at Santa Anita going 1 mile. There she is. She's last turning for home, and she comes widest and fastest to win with an 88 Beyer speed figure. Now, she has won at 1 3/8. She stretches out in distance with a lot of upside. She's just come into her own for West Point and John Sheriff's.
Yeah, this is a really nice win for her. Obviously, you can see there at the end, clearly the best in that race coming from off the pace. Really nice win, I thought, 2 back going this distance, Dan. And that was the race where she did get up close to the pace that day. And you could just tell, at least in my opinion, that she really relished the distance. I think this mare is going to stay all day long. The question is the distance enough to make you want to take a shot against Luck? Because 3 starts back, she ran against Luck. And you can go back and watch the replay of that race. And England's Rose ran fine in there, but Luck ran her right over in the stretch.
And that was Luck's North American debut. She came out of that race a little less than 2 months later in the Grade 1 Rodeo Drive. We're going to watch that race right now. Going to Vegas made a very easy lead in here. And Luck on the backstretch under Flavien Prat made a little bit of a 3-wide move to get into position, continued that wide bid all the way through the turn, and she's going to grind and grind and grind. And she almost got to Going to Vegas, a horse that just had a better situation than she did.
Yeah, this is a really good performance in a race that it felt like just making it as close as she did is a real win for her. That was a really nice performance. Already mentioned the race back in August there where she was in against England's Rose and just came from out of it. Once she got clear in the stretch, followed England's Rose to the stretch and just ran right by her, Dan. I guess the distance would be the question. Maybe England's Rose is a horse who gets better with distance, with more distance, and Luck doesn't. And maybe that makes it a little closer this time.
Neige Blanche appreciates distance. She's a grade 3 winner at 1.5 miles, and she won over course and distance at Del Mar 2 starts back, the CTT and TOC. She was in that Rodeo Drive we just saw. She pushed the early leader. She tired. This will be her 3rd start off a little bit of a layoff. She's got some credentials. She's not out of it, and her tactical speed, the ability to get close to the slow pace, puts her in good stead.
Yeah, I think you could make a case for her that way and just say, last time, even though she was up on a relatively slow pace, she was up there with Going to Vegas, who's just a better horse than she is. I mean, this time, maybe she's up there all alone, Dan, and it makes her way more dangerous.
Stakes debut for the 4 Single Soul, but it appears that Graham Motion has found a very nice spot for this 3-year-old daughter of Dubawi, coming off an entry-level allowance win at Belmont Park. Let's watch that effort going 1.125 miles on Belmont's inner turf course. Single Soul is a horse that's rather versatile. In this race, she came from off of the pace. We see her on the outside. She's heavily favored. She's supposed to win. She does so. Her buyers are a little bit light.
Yeah, she just has to get better. A relatively lightly raced 3-year-old, though. Her races overall are very good, Dan. She's shown up and she's run well every time. A pretty tough beat 2 back, where a horse, got a split and nailed her on the wire, came back and easily won last time. She has to improve, but she's got upside.
I think we can make a case for the number 5 Nicest, who will be making her second start in North America. She was a well-beaten third against top competition, obviously, in the Group 1 Irish Oaks 2 starts back. And in the QE2 last time out, not only did she catch a very hot horse from the Chad Brown barn in Chantisara, but she also caught yielding ground. And I think one of the reasons she's in North America is to get firmer going.
Yeah, she probably is over here for that very reason. This is an interesting spot for her, not only because it feels like the distance is fine, Dan, but it just didn't come up that strong a field. And I think it's a pretty good idea for them to ship her out here and see what she can do. I wouldn't be too hard on her for that last race at all. Her form before she got here is pretty good.
Top pick time for the Thanksgiving Day race of the day, the Grade 3 red carpet. Luck might need a little bit of luck from a pace standpoint, but boy, she's looked good in both starts in North America. Can't get past the favorite here.
Yeah, I couldn't either. I just feel like she's supposed to be tough. If she runs back to that Rodeo Drive last time, she's going to be a handful in here. I thought about England's Rose, Dan. I do think the distance helps England's Rose in this race, but I would want more than 5-2.
Mike's looking at 2-1. I'm trying to get this motion horse maybe into the number at a decent price. Single Soul has to improve from a buyer standpoint, but as a relatively lightly raced 3-year-old, I don't think that's out of the question. 2-1-3-5 for Mike, 2-4-5-1 for me. It's the Grade 3 red carpet. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and best of luck.